And they go, well, our dealer's just arrived. You got cash? I'm like, yeah, I got cash. Yeah. And they go, all right, cool. So I walk out. I'm fucked up. I'm an idiot. So I walk to the end of this driveway. I'm like, guys, where's your dealer? I don't see any. There's no cars here. I turn around, I get smashed in the fucking face.
Fucking boo.
Hey man, come on man, that's my job. Everything's good? Ready?
We're ready to rock, dude.
Hey, what's up everybody?
Oh wait, sorry,
you
my bad.
motherfucker. I bombed the intro. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Boo Bombing Stories with Big Irish J. I'm your host, Big Irish J.
Oh wait.
And today, our very special guest, you may have seen him on Netflix, may have seen him on Hulu.
I'm looking up on my phone because I wrote down what my bombing story was. Remember in my phone?
Oh yeah. I mean,
okay,
you know,
I got
it could be this, me trying to do this intro. Or you may have heard him playing Call of Duty, the voice of Ghost, Jeff Leach. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. Yeah, how are you? Yeah.
I'm great.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. Listen.
Oh, here we go.
I haven't got a bombing story. I don't
bomb.
No. I've definitely bombed. I've bombed many times over the course of my existence, but I can't remember genuinely on my heart of hearts. And also, bear in mind, I have smoked a lot of marijuana over the course of my life at different points. I used to drink. I gave that up about 7.5 years ago.
Nice.
All the heavy drugs, but like I smoked a lot of weed.
Right.
So on the very few occasions that I have bombed earlier in my career,
you were out of your mind.
I genuinely now can't remember the last time I bombed. And for the following reason, when you get to a certain level of comedic ability, you should, if you are a professional comic, you should be able to fucking 180 on a dime and go like, all right, they are hating me or they're hating this. Either you have to address it and make light of the situation, so then everyone laughs at the fact that, yeah, we were kind of hating you, that was kind of awkward, or we didn't like that joke or whatever.
Right.
Or if you don't want to draw attention to it, you have to be able to go, cool, they don't like the sexual stuff, let me go into something more about like politics and society, or like, all right, they're not going with that, these are a bit more rowdy, let me go do a fuck around with the crowd a little bit, let me loosen them up. There's not enough people in here, so let me make them feel like okay about that fact. Let me address it. Let me make some jokes about it. I was at an AA meeting earlier today. There were more people there. Blah blah blah. Just like ease them into it. And I feel like if you don't do that, if you bomb, then it's because you're in an emotional place. Probably, if you're a professional comic,
right,
you shouldn't fucking bomb anymore. But if you do, it's maybe because you're in an emotional place and you're doing the wrong things. You're fucking dying on your ass.
Yeah.
And instead of 180, you just carry on down that road because you fucking hate yourself.
Well,
self-flagellation.
I will say there's been where if I hate the audience, then, and like, just like you said, you're middle of the set and in your head, you're like, oh, they hate me or this isn't going well or whatever. And sometimes I will be like, okay, I need to adjust. But if I hate them, I may just be like, oh, let's make this a bomb.
Right.
I'll like embrace
you
it.
Triple and double.
I'll do my
down.
the most offensive, the stuff I know that they will hate.
And you know what? I get what you're saying. You like want to like push your material. I think there's a lot of comedians would be conflicted whether they would agree with my take, which I'm about to give you, or your take, because in terms of like, I think that is fun. It's not fun. You have to do it sometimes. I have absolutely done what you're describing in my past.
Yeah.
But there's a few things that have happened in the last few years of my stand-up, over the last decade, but in the last few years especially, that have made me reassess. Like if I'm ever, an audience is not going with me, which I swear to fucking God, on my whatever, people I care about life.
We don't swear on this.
Yeah, we do.
I know. Yeah, fine. Anybody that knows me will be like, yeah, right.
We do now. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's fucking strap in. We're doing this.
Buckle up.
But I bought these, by the way, at a vintage store yesterday. Just wanted to get some wear out of them. Otherwise, I know I'm never going to wear them again. It's like maybe one festival in like a year's time. Or something.
They look like the glasses from Casino that.
Oh yeah.
Robert
also,
De Niro
I smoke some weed. I don't want my eyes looking all high on your podcast.
Right.
Here's the deal. So, you should you should be able to just 180. If you're
Yes,
doubling down, I have done that in the past. The reason I don't do it anymore is like two things. One, when I first started the Comedy Cellar in New York, about a year in, I got not booked there. I wasn't banned or anything like that, but I was not booked for about 3 months because I fucked up.
I would, for the record, I would not do it at the Cellar. Like, I'm talking like if I'm just doing like a
all right, well, you're better than me. No.
I'm saying I wouldn't intentionally.
Look at me, I'm Big Irish Jay. I would never do that in the Comedy Cellar. Well done, you, Jay.
I'm saying like, you know, like like if it was a bar gig or some fucking thing. But you know, I
have to put my hater blockers on there.
Yeah. Sorry. So you were at the Cellar and.
I'm at the Cellar, right? Anyway, look, I got in trouble because I had a verbal exchange with an audience member who was being a fucking piece of shit, like just a drunk douchebag, a whole table talking. But I didn't deal with them with humor. I was,
no.
But I did. I was making jokes, but my jokes were so nasty, and the language I used was really foul. I called one of them. The woman was like. I went, can you guys over there, can you shut the fuck up? Like, you've been talking throughout all the other comics. Like, let me just get one joke out. I literally walked on stage, started speaking, and they were already like, they were just drunk. A lot of white wine, empty wine bottles on the table. So I went, guys, just give me a fucking one joke before you start talking. And she was like, the woman went, we're just saying, why don't you just do your thing and we'll just do our thing? Right? Fuck. And I'm not going to lie, that really irked me. It did frustrate me somewhat that she walked into my place of employment where I was performing a service that a lot of people pay for and just decided, fuck all these people. What I want to do with my life is just more important than everyone else in this room. It was such entitlement. So I said, madam, I am trying to do my thing, which is entertain all these people who've paid for a ticket to see that rather than listen to you. I said, but I can't do my thing because you're busy doing your thing, which is being an obnoxious.
Excellent.
And like, people laughed.
Yeah.
But her boyfriend didn't. So he stood up and went, what are your husband or whatever? He went, what the fuck do you do, man? I said, oh, dude, don't fucking try and start a fight. I said, it's not that heavy, man. It's a comedy club. Like, look at the sign. I said, and also, like, I'm not hating on your woman. I'm not a woman hater. You know, I'm equal opportunities. I think that you're an abhorrent as well.
Great.
And everyone laughed. And then the guy was like, you know, doing that thing where he's posturing like he's gonna fucking come and fight. And the bouncer had come back down by this point and he got kicked out. The whole table got kicked out. They all left. On the way out, I'm like, bye. Everyone's cheering and fucking going. And the guy's like, I'll see you outside, motherfucker, like that. This dude, and I'm like, all right, bro, I got 12 more minutes. You have to wait a minute. Fucking get out of it. Anyway, they go. And then, I did my set. I just carried on. There was this awkward pregnant pause as they get booted out. Everyone's like, oh my God. And I turned to the audience and I go, so I'm working on my people skills. And then everyone laughed. It was okay. It was like released the tension. And I just carried on and did my set. And then after I walked out of the venue, they told me when I went upstairs that the guy was waiting outside. So I stuck around for an hour and then I was like, fuck this. I don't care.
Yeah.
What? What's going to happen? So I walk out the front door of the venue and he was waiting there, but he was behind the kind of wall. There's this little like inlet. So as soon as I stepped out, he stepped out and punched me in the face. Like sucker punched me in the face. So I returned the favor. Many times. And I wear normally like lots of big silver rings. You've seen me on stage this week. You know, I wear giant fucking.
It's basically brass knuckles.
Sterling silver knuckle dusters. Anyway, so I got in trouble after that. Understandably.
Shit. Yeah.
The venue were like, and the venue were very fair to me, incredibly fair to me. I didn't get booked for a few months, and then the owner, Noam Dorman, who I respect very much, brought me in and said, listen, don't do that. You're a professional comedian. He said, first of all, you should stay in the venue. I said, but no, I wanted to go home. I didn't know the guy was going to be there an hour later. He said, it doesn't matter. You could have asked one of the bouncers to just... so they only had one bouncer on that night. That was where the whole thing happened. Normally, the Comedy Cellar is the premier venue for fucking shutting people up. Like, I love working there in New York City because someone goes, yo, you don't know, buddy. Like, immediately there's a bouncer right next to them and they say, that's your one. If you do that again, you'll be asked to leave. That's just how it works.
Right.
And they just shut the fuck up immediately. And it makes for a lovely environment for comedy, right? But anyway, yeah. So after that date, so I got given that, basically told, like, look, you're a professional fucking comedian. It's your job to leave your whatever anger, frustration you've got
at the door.
I know you might be feeling it. I get it. Because I told him, I said I wasn't in a good place, no. I was like, I was drinking a lot. I was really depressed. I was really upset. I was in a bad place. And he said, I get it. He said, but you have to be professional. It's your place of work. So come in and do your fucking job. And like, you're hilarious. Be hilarious. And if you're going to deal with a heckler, I get it. I'm not saying don't respond to hecklers. Respond to hecklers. But he made a great point. He just said, but you have to retain the power in the situation. You don't do that by calling someone a It shows that it bothered you. It shows that you're stressed by it. It shows that you're angry. And now you've lost the power. Right. He said, so be the professional comedian you are. I've seen you deal with hecklers before, Jeff. Be that guy who does it with humor and just diffuses the situation, makes them part of the show. Or if they're being that bad, you can eventually, after kindly putting them down, get the bouncer, just say, hey, come and get someone get a bouncer. This guy needs to go. But like, don't call them a and then getting an altercation outside my venue, which was fair.
You got a laugh out of it when you called, and then when you said I'm equal opportunity.
Sure,
I mean,
but
that's
I could have still gotten laughs, and I could have gotten an equal amount, if not more, laughs, and I could have diffused the whole situation. I am good enough to do that.
No,
and that's the point. So I never do that anymore. So that's why this all came from my long-winded explanation of why I feel like I haven't bombed in a long time.
Gotcha.
It's that, and then the other piece of transformational comedy experience I've had in the last few years was gratitude. So recently I started to really take assessment of why I'm like, I get to fucking tell jokes for a living, bro. I've literally worked in entertainment since I was at college. I got a job as a commercial radio producer and a host when I was still at college. I was always trying to, I was always steps ahead in entertainment, and I love doing all these different things. And like, I've always worked in entertainment since that day. I've never had to get the real job.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so fucking grateful for that. That's so much fun. I really love making people laugh. Now, I've also had a good impact, I know, through the work I do as a stand-up, as an actor, whatever, as a TV host, to connect with, to empathize with, to entertain hundreds of thousands of people at this point. And I'm grateful for that as well. So when I walk on stage, even if the other comedians, every single person on the lineup was walked off that stage going, fuck this audience. Oh, these guys are shit. Oh, they're blah, 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 blah. I'll go, all right, bet. And I don't give a fuck. I walk out there and I remind myself before I walk on stage, every single person in here paid fucking whatever, 25, 35, 45, 55 bucks to come and see the show tonight. Of which I'm a part of. They paid to come and see us. They want to laugh. They want to have fun. So fucking give them that energy, like you're grateful for them. Anyway, it's changed my entire fucking comedic experience.
That's great.
It's huge. And I know it sounds so simple.
No.
But
I get. Well, I was gonna
jaded comedians are most comedians. You know?
And I get what you're. It's interesting when you're saying like reflecting and having gratitude, because like not to get on a tangent, but like I'm with a management company and they had me take this social media class and they had me take this marketing class and how to do ads, all this stuff. And when
did you sign to this management company?
May.
I could tell because he's dropped it twice in this conversation so far.
Well, they had me take all these classes.
It's like my management company.
I'm trying to get it out there.
I was on a call with my manager.
So if you guys could hit them up and get me some fucking gigs, you. But I was telling.
I've got a CPA.
Oh, very nice. But I was telling them like. It's like all these classes. I feel like I'm getting away from comedy and what I love.
I'm laughing because this is the moment we had in their podcast where I called one of them autistic, and it all just went weird for a minute. It's all right. Sorry, my bad.
No,
I am listening.
But no, it's like I feel like all this extra shit or outside shit. And I just want to get back to focus on comedy and writing new bits and working new bits. What we got into it, the love of that.
Yeah, the business side of it is very draining. But I mean, I'm glad you have management, by the way, as well. I didn't want you to think I was mocking that. I wasn't mocking it. I don't have a manager. I got rid of my manager 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lied to me about a couple of things. So I fucking fired his ass. And then I realised, like, what do I need a manager for? They just take some of your fucking money. I hope yours finds you new gigs. No, I'm serious.
No, I know.
Oh, okay. And you're like, yo, where's the jobs, motherfucker? Where's the jobs?
No.
Yeah.
And then that dude, it's crazy that after you left that manager, he showed up at the cellar with his girl, and you called her and him. Full circle.
Right.
No. So I always ask comics, like, after their bombing stories, two things, and you kind of already answered one. One is
that wasn't my bombing story. I didn't bomb.
Oh, okay.
That was just me, a long-winded explanation
of how you don't
like
bomb.
Why I haven't bombed for a long time. Why I don't remember that. I genuinely don't remember the last bomb. But the story I was going to tell you was about almost getting killed in Lithuania.
Oh, well, let's go. Yeah, all right. So we'll edit all this stuff out. So tell me your bombing story, Jeff.
And so here we go. So this would be a bomb, right? And this is pre-stand-up. I wasn't even a stand-up at this point. This was when I was a DJ and a producer.
All right.
I know. I'm sorry. Can you tell?
Oh, here we go.
So there I am, a DJ. This is like I used to play a lot of like dance festivals. I used to play at things like Glastonbury and Bestival and Snow Bombing. I was mildly known for a very brief period on just the UK and European dance scene for 1 minute. I did like 2 remixes. One for Ministry of Sound and one for Island Records. I had none of my own tracks. Are we getting the picture?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Not famous, not like a super famous guy, but getting booked at good festivals, getting to do fun events. I was doing like London Fashion Week events, stuff like that. I'm DJing with a buddy from Lithuania, a buddy from Holland. From Denmark, and also my best friend from London. Right, so we're a collective called Vodka House Collective.
Vodka House.
Yes,
Collective.
so we're doing a show in Lithuania. We did a tour.
VHC.
We did a tour. We played at Termills in London. We played out in Paris, Sur le Pont Neuf and Le Baron. We played in Barcelona at Globo. We played, and then we were playing in Vilnius at this fucking club. Apparently, this is like the coolest club in Vilnius, Lithuania. Anyway, we go out there. We drop our bags at this penthouse apartment that we're being told we're staying at. We're like, the guy, our friend who's a DJ, is like, this is the club owner's place, one of his places. He says, you guys can stay here tonight. I'm like, well, great, thanks. He's not here, though. We haven't met him. We go to the club. We DJ. We have a great time. It's barely any people there. I don't understand why we're being paid so much money to play at this club. It's very strange. It's very empty. We had like a weak dance floor. The dance floor was fun. Oh, no, I'm being honest.
I got you.
We were not a big entity in Vilnius, Lithuania. But we got paid good money. We got paid a few $1,000s to like fucking play this set to this club, and there was like I don't know if they didn't promote it properly or if it was just an off night or there's something else going on in the city. But there was like maybe 100 people in a club that should have had like 400 or 500 in it. Do you know what I mean? So it was like it was a good vibe, but it felt a bit empty at the back. It was like
Gotcha.
Anyway, afterwards, like my buddy, we're hanging out with some of his friends. There's some other friends of theirs who are there. There's a group of people. We're having a good time. I get paid. The club owner, a manager comes over and goes, "Hey, here's your money." Boom, 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 boom. Puts these thousands in my hands. I'm like, put it in my pocket. All right, let's go fucking party. Right? So we go to another club. It's like a lock-in place behind a doorway. We're taking loads of ketamine and coke there and all sorts of shit. Then we come out of that place. We go to another party, to another bar, and then we go back to someone's house and we're doing more coke and we're drinking more. And at a certain point, these two guys who I've been hanging out with all night, my friend has already left.
Oh shit.
He said, when you're done, just call a cab and come to my place, right? Here's the address. Wrote it out. These two guys who I've been hanging out with all night are like, "Hey man, you want more coke?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want more coke. It's fucking 8 a.m. This is the perfect time to keep doing your shitty Lithuanian cocaine, right?" And they go, "Well, our dealer's just arrived. You got cash?" I'm like, yeah, I got cash. Yeah. And they go, "All right, cool." So I walk out. I'm fucked up. I'm an idiot. So I walk to the end of this driveway. I'm like, guys, where's your dealer? I don't see any. There's no cars here. I turn around, I get smashed in the fucking face. So these two guys proceed to kick this living shit out of me. They kick me in the fucking head. I got a golf ball on the side of my head, right like an inch away from my temple. A doctor told me when I got back to England, if they kicked you like an inch lower, who knows? You know, that would have been very dangerous. I'm like in a bad way. Anyway, I wake up. I'm sitting in a chair. And in this woman's house, these two women are tending to me. Like one's got ice pack on my head, one's like got a cold wet compress, trying to like clean me up. And there's a little girl, I remember vividly, a little girl in like her PJs, just sort of standing in a little doorway. She must be like 6, standing at the doorway, looking at me like, and sort of smiling really sweetly, like, you okay? You know, but she's looking at me like, who the fuck is this guy in my house? Anyway. I'm like, oh my God, where am I? And they're like, it's okay. Anyway, language barrier. We managed to sort of sign to each other that we saw you getting hit outside. We brought you inside afterwards. Right. I see that the guys, I had all my cards. They left my wallet. The woman had brought in my wallet, my stuff, because they just taken all the cash out and just thrown the wallet on the fucking floor.
You're like, I'll just give you the money, man.
Bro, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't give them money, but you know, I would have like.
I mean,
anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
So I thank these women. I stagger back because it's at the house next door. I go back into the house next door, bang on the door. They open it up and they go, "What the fuck happened to you?" And I'm like, "Those two fuck robbed me." And they're like, some girl starts crying her eyes out. I'm like, "Why are you crying?" She's like, "Oh, what? He is my boyfriend. One of the guys is my boyfriend."
Great.
So I'm like, and she goes, "I go to him. I'm like, you're not fucking leaving." I'm like, yeah. So now it's like an issue. Now I'm being a bit confrontational. I'm telling the girl she can't leave. I'm like, I need to know who your fucking boyfriend is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wait for the police to get here. Anyway, she ends up leaving. Another guy's like, I'm like, oh, what the fuck, you know? Anyway, I go back. I get my buddy comes in a cab and picks me up. He's like, fuck, dude, come on, let's go. We stop at a pharmacy. I get arnica cream. You know, you use on after tattoos, right, to like heal your skin. I get arnica cream. I put it on like moisturize all over my face. It's all swollen out and fucked up and bruised. Anyway, I go back to the penthouse suite. And when I get there, the owner's there now, the guy who owns the club and owns the penthouse, right? And he's sitting on his couch in the front room, and he's a fat dude with a big fucking hairy belly. He's got these big long pajama pants on, silk pajama pants. He's got a silk robe on. He's got hairy fucking
like mob boss.
Gold. Yeah, he's sitting there, and there's on the front table in front of him, he's watching the news. He's got a coffee thing, like a little cafetiere, and he's got a mirror with a mound of cocaine on it. And I'm like, all right, well, that's quite an entrance, right? He's he's showing off, obviously. Anyway, but I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? He looks at me, he goes, oh, Jesus, what happened to you? Good night. And I'm like, yeah, I got fucked up, man. I got robbed and stuff. He's like, oh, Jesus, come. And he goes, have a line of cocaine. It'll take away the pain. So I do a fat fucking line of coke up each nostril. I'm like that. By now, like, with my dopamine, my adrenaline, the coke, like I actually have a crash. I like crash, and I just go, I'm just gonna go and lay down, and I lay down and I sleep for like 12 hours or some shit.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to sleep when you have concussions.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, and probably not while you're doing coke.
It was stupid. I made a lot of bad choices over many years of my life. Anyway, so I finally wake up. I have my flight late that evening, so I go to the airport. The guy at the passport control laughs at me because he can't even tell from the photo if it's me or not. Because my eyes are both swollen. One's shut, one's like barely open. I look fucked up, you know. I get back to England. Anyway, a few weeks go by and like, I've healed up a bit, you know. I got some bruising still. And my buddy's like, man, how are you? I'm like, I'm healing up. I said, you know, he told me I couldn't go to the police because he said one of the guys, they're semi-professional hockey players, these guys, and one of the guys' dad is a police officer at the station. So he said, if you go to the police station, you report these guys, you get their names from people at the party, whatever, and then they're going to hold you there and go, what were you doing? Were you buying drugs? Was this a drug deal? Are you doing drugs in our country? And they'll make it, you will get in trouble. These guys won't see a fucking, not even a question, you know. So anyway, he told me, he goes, when he phoned me up, he goes, hey, by the way, he goes, so you know those guys? I go, yeah. I said, what, did you see them again? And he goes, yeah. He said, he goes, no. He said, but I got news about them. He said, the guy who owns the club and owns the penthouse that you stayed in, that big fat guy you met, he's the most prolific cocaine dealer in Vilnius. Not like dealer, he like moves keys of this shit.
Oh, shit.
And apparently he's like, he owns like tons of places, like restaurants, bars, clubs, all sorts of stuff around the city. So he's also like a legitimized businessman as well in the city. So he's like untouchable out there. Anyway, he took it like a personal affront that these motherfuckers had robbed me, like seen me get paid at the club and then taken my money, because they should know it's his club. Like, he knows who they are. They're cokeheads, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, blah, blah, blah. They're sort of half known in the city. Their
Right.
faces, you know, semi-pro players, whatever. Anyway, so he put the word out, I'm looking for these. They took my money. They stole my money. And they just left the city. They just left their team. They left the city. So, yeah, that's what he told me. So that was like a little bit of all right, well, there was a little bit of a kickback, but there you go. That was the worst post-show experience I've ever had. There you go. That's a bomb, right?
Kind of. You and the buyers, or the guy, I don't know what, drug users, that you guys both bombed.
The violent thieves, sir. The attempted murderers.
Yeah.
The drug addled.
That's crazy.
Well, I was drug addled back then as well, so I can't really compete.
Well, I
didn't rob people to get my drugs, though.
Yeah, dude. So I always say, what did you learn from that, and what would you have done differently looking back?
I learned a lot. I learned to. I actually became a lot more careful about a lot more of my approaches. I still pushed the boundaries dangerously with drink and drugs for quite a few years after that.
Oh, okay.
But I never did it with people I didn't know. I always made sure I had a get out plan. I just made my peripheral and my kind of
awareness,
situational awareness ability went through the roof, even when fucked up, which is super weird. And that's why I can do stand up high as well, and like on drugs. I know a lot of comics don't like doing that.
I know.
But I could do like endless drugs and do stand up. I'm serious. I
believe you,
because I can be in one headspace, like fucked up. People will know what I'm talking about if they've ever had addictions or anything.
Yeah.
You can be like like you can be completely fucked up, but then also going, but I'm also like, I'm aware that I'm here and I need to do this and blah blah, and that's a car and I shouldn't be walking out in this road and blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but not everyone can do that. So that was one skill.
Yeah.
And then also I learned. I'm like I say now, I don't drink, I don't do class A's. You know, I smoke a little marijuana every now and then.
Yeah.
Even that I'm trying to give up. You know.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. I don't think it serves me anymore.
Yeah, I've thought about giving it up also. But now for anybody watching or listening, where can they follow you? See what do you have coming up?
You know what? I'd love you to go on my TikTok. I've got a lot of followers on there, so come and add some likes to those videos. Jeff Leach, JEFFLEACH. I'm also on Instagram. I don't really use X or any of that shit. I got a YouTube channel with a special on it. Go watch that. It's free.
What's the name of the special?
Jeff Leach Presents a Comedy Spectacular. It has stand-up. It has stand-up. It has crowd work. It has an animated section where I voice all 4 characters. It has a dramatic sort of interludes that go between the whole thing. It has a rap music video, a funny rap music video.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's silly. And then, and I got a mailing list on my website, jeffreyleach.com. Join that, and then you can find out about shows and stuff.
There you go.
You.
Jeff Leach. I'm at bigirishj.com. You can check everything from there. And thanks, Jeff. I appreciate
you, man. Thank you, dude.
Yeah. And until next week, you'll like this ending. Bombs away. Boom. It's like Call of Duty.
Exactly the same.
Fucking boo.